And hello, everyone. It is FANzine Live. I am Tom, and this is our Phoenix Spotlight. It is a very exciting one for me. This is Strange Times, issue 3, and it is The Worlds of Walking Man. Now, Walking Man is truly the creation of Matt Levin out of Massachusetts, a gentleman with whom I had a lot of contact back in the 1980s. And I was surprised and thrilled to know that he has been carrying on with his work for, Lord, what now, 30, 40 years of doing ink stamp artwork. Some of them are handmade, some of them are not, but it's all ink stamped artwork. Okay, he does have a little bit of line work here and there, and we'll probably take a look at that. But I remember trying to figure out what to do after Strange Times 2, that Who Are You issue was done. And I thought, that was a giant anthology book created by a number of people. I'd like to make something a little bit more personal this time. And so I thought, why not do a focus on an individual artist who might not have the exposure that they truly deserve? And it just happened that I was, I think on Facebook actually, just messaging with Matt, and I suggested, do you want to do something like this? Almost like a career retrospective. And he said, sure. And so it took a while. It took about 6 months to pull this together. He dropped a whole bunch of pages on me, and then we had to lay it out and get it all to work and the like. But I think it turned out pretty cool. Background. Matt is the creator of Walking Man Comics. And this is the first issue of Walking Man Comics. This is a bit of a classic zine, if you will, from September 1985. And you can see that he played with form and panel using his ink pads. Of course, the lettering he has to do himself, the paneling he has to do himself. And then he just started working things out. He always thanks his rubber stamp people who provide the stamps. Some of them he makes, some of them he doesn't. But you can see this was the beginning. He has a very lyrical style to his books, an almost ethereal style. I mean, like, for example, look at how he does a lighter stamp. He does a darker, and then finally the darkest just suggests movement. He uses multiple panels to suggest movement on these bunnies. Little dreamscape of fish filling the sky and dragons outside the farmhouse. You can see he really is an amazing artist. And he does it all with stamps. And that just blows me away. And it's always blown me away. So I wanted to make sure that Matt got his due. And so we came up with Strange Times. Now, the book itself has had a couple printings. This is the first printing. This is the now second, or Amazon printing. Big difference, of course, being the best publisher thing for the UFO Awards. This also had a price on it. This one does not. Also, you can see that the original printing was a basic saddle stitch book, whereas the Amazon one is more of a paperback book. And truthfully, I'm not sure which printing I like better on the interiors. I think I like the paperback book feel of this. It's kind of like a trade paperback. And the only thing I really like on the cover that's different is this is a little less glossy than this. And I'm not sure that the gloss really enhances the artwork. But you can see, we'll try to put it so that you can see both. The actual color work and the print work is pretty similar. There's some delicate work that I can see that might be a touch different, but largely Amazon got it right. I used Comic Wellspring for the first one, but I'm going to put the Comic Wellspring version away. I just wanted to let you know that it is here. It is available. I've got about maybe 10 copies left of this original, and they are sitting on my shelf. And so if you happen to catch me at a show or in person and let me know that you want it, I can work that out with you. But this is the version you can get if you order on Amazon. And the interiors are a great matte finish. I love that. And we did the whole thing in color. And that's the other big thing that really struck me when I got the original pages from him. Obviously, the original Walking Man comics was photocopied. Black and white, 8-page mini comic. Or actually, it looks like a 12-pager. Just a basic photocopied mini comic. But little did I know that he was using color. So you can see, and I'm going to try to bring this close and not get the ring light showing. You can see we've got green in the grass. We've got blue in the water. The sand is kind of a brown there. It's even easier to see there. But this is where it really hit me. The orange sunshine, the blue dragonfly. I mean, he did all this stuff. So this is a combination. This truly is a retrospective. And so I put some information here about my interactions with Matt over the years. There's a picture of him as a kid. But this is an opening that he did explaining his Walking Man comics and how he got started. And then we went just page by page. And we had some dialogue over how to best present this. Gosh, I love the green grass and the red, brown. It just is beautiful. Had some ideas on how to present this. We were thinking maybe doing backgrounds really wild, stuff that's nature themed and the like. And it just never looked right. So I just went finally with, we're just going to do just page numbers at the bottom, do it in gray, do it simple, and keep the focus on the artwork. The other thing we did was we took advantage of these giant spreads. And of course, when you're dealing with a quarter-page mini comic as opposed to a full-page magazine, you can fit 4 of these pages on a single page. And so our thought was, and I think it worked out, was that we would have the pages go all the way across a spread. So you can see this is the beginning. This is his Walking Man comic special 31. And you can see he's got his page numbers. 1, 2, arrow goes down, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then we switch over to the next page. And again, these wonderful blasts of color. He also suggested how people should read this. It's a little different because usually what they would do is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. But I was hoping that we could kind of create a wider view, almost a landscape view of the book. And hopefully that worked out. But you can see he's done some stuff in full size, some stuff in smaller size. These are music comics. I don't think the other was a music comic. No, that was a Walking Man special. Music comics are actual songs that he has written, and he's put them to music. So his poetry, if you will, and it truly is poetry, is represented in the music. And so if you've got a piano or a guitar or what have you, you can actually play his stuff. He's also done some neat things with, I guess you would call them maybe Facebook style banners at the top. Like you've got one here and then, yeah, Facebook page headers. So you've got it there, here. Look at the colors. The red heart. I mean, just, it's gorgeous. And he's never had this stuff, to the best of my knowledge, shown in color before. just amazing. So he's mixed in new stuff. He's mixed in old stuff. He's mixed in some of his stuff for the digital world, like his Facebook pieces. We're showing off the color. Oh yeah. Look at these pages. Playing with different fonts. Playing with, this is of course true black and white, going vertical rather than horizontal, using an entire page. And this is all stuff he's done over the course of his career. We even have, I'm looking at this right here. I don't know if you can tell, he's got a little whiteout on his pages. Just tremendous. So this is a really special piece for me. And I feel so privileged. Good Lord, look at that. I feel so privileged to be able to share somebody who truly is a unique and distinguished small press publishing legend, a zine legend. It's timeless. It's so unique. Nobody else has tried this to the best of my knowledge, that it can fit in just about anywhere, because it truly, if you will, doesn't truly fit the style of anything else like it. So I'm just going to keep going through, and I'm going to tell you another couple stories. One of the fun side effects of doing this series and showing off some of these books and some of these creators is that you get to meet other creators. And I published out on, I don't know, Facebook or something of the sort, that I had the original book available. And who gets all excited that this is, wow, look at that, mixing in the colors on the greens and the blacks with the blue on the earth. Daffy Duck. So who ends up reading that this stuff is available, that this magazine is available? But Stephen Bissette. Now, if you know who Stephen Bissette is, it's the artist, one of the two artists with John Totalbin, on Alan Moore's run of Swamp Thing. Steve lives up in New England, and when he heard this was available, he was like, how can I get my hands on a copy of Matt's, if you will, omnibus, his life retrospective, his career retrospective for this wonderful hobby? So he ended up getting a copy. I actually sent it to him for free, and he did a wonderful testimonial that's available on the website about Matt and how this was such a great book, which it truly is. So then what happens out of that is he gets me in touch with Karen Green, the Rare Collections, if you will, comics person at Columbia University Library, who says, oh my gosh, you've got this magazine available? And of course, I was thrilled to be able to send it to her too. So she got herself a copy of Matt's book. So this book actually is what started my relationship with Columbia, and this is on display at the Rare Books room. Might not be on display right now. It's been out for a while, but it is available to read at Columbia University Library. And you can't say that for a lot of small press comics. Just beautiful. And the other thing I like, and I'm just going to switch over to this one because you can see it without the glare, is we did put in this photo at the end. And I said, I really wanted Matt to take a photo. You know, would you please take a photo of your work? I want people to see how you make this. It isn't just a matter of pull out a piece of paper and stamp, 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 stamp. There is so much thought and so much detail that goes into these. So he's got his box of stamps and he says one of 7 cabinets. And then he has all these different charts where he is plotting out his work. And you can see what happens. Just amazing. So yeah, this is Strange Times number 3. It is available digitally at Gumroad. It is available physically. You can get this version from me. I've got, again, about 10 left. Or you can get the paperback book version, the trade paperback book. You can get that at Amazon anytime. It's wonderful. I am so thrilled to be able to share this with you. I was so thrilled when we did it to be able to share it with the world. And Matt is just an incredible creator. This is really, truly special. Thank you for watching, everyone. I hope you enjoyed this video. And please get yourself familiar with Matt. And if you choose to, do it through Strange Times. If not, I'll put his contact information for Walking Man in the show notes. Thanks again.